Stage 1, pressing for flight.
We're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
Yes, sir. Reading you loud and clear. Clear. The clock has started. The clock has started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Welcome to Pressing for Flight, live from the Space Coast, where the schedule never holds. Do you people in chat know who that last person... Oh, hey, Daryl. Daryl has power.
Woo,
Way to go,
Daryl!
Daryl. Who that last person on the intro video is? Does anybody know in chat? Do you know who that is? And if you do, say it. If you don't, say that too. Hi, I am your host, Stephen Marr. With me this evening, I'll start over here. Becca, Mr. Penland.
Hello.
Stephen, Mr. Keegle.
Fine week for rocket launches next week.
Yes.
Too many weeks, I said.
Matthew, Mr. Jordan.
Hey, guys.
Matthew, Mr. Cutshaw.
What up?
I feel like there's a lot of different things that I want to start with, so I'm going to try to run through these things, and these are all the things I wanted to start with quickly, but it'll probably take up the first half hour. What?
Quickly,
Well,
you say.
before you do that, someone's already answered you in the chat, and they're right, I think.
Yes, you are correct, Stephanie. That is Space Padre, and actually, since someone already knows, I wanted to show you something he posted
Oh,
a
I
little
can't
while
believe
ago.
you got that shot. Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah. Let's just look at that really quick.
Everyone's going Goo Gaga over
I
it.
guess it was a couple hours ago. Yeah, Starship, Moon, and Mars. Look at that.
Ooh-wee.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, that is.
The vehicle and the destination.
All in one shot.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he
Okay,
did
that's the
good.
poster I need right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did good on that one.
that's awesome. I'd love to see like a HDR shot with the with it exposed for everything properly. But anyway, yeah, everybody, if you're not already following Space Padre, definitely do that. Okay, the first thing, I'm going to go against every fiber of my being and reveal that it is my birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Oh!
Because I have a couple of gifts that are really cool. One, the other day when Miss Tree was coming in, Becca met me up there at the Jetty Park Pier, and she had brought her camera. She's kind of looking at her camera and talking about mine, and she said, well, I guess now would probably be an appropriate time to give you this. And I had been talking about how I wanted I can't see it because of the light. How I'd been wanting a lens that would go 18 to 200, and that is exactly what that is, and that'll be very helpful
Yeah!
Nice.
during
Woo!
during remotes, because whenever I do remotes, I put one box has my 18 to 55, the other one has the 75 to 300, and I'm left with my 8mm and my 600mm. So I don't have anything that's like in the middle there that allow me to just kind of get those mid-range shots.
Heck yeah.
So thank you, Becca. And I guess I might have to stop my virtual background to really show this well. Let's see. Let's go.
No underwears on your bed or anything?
Oh, look, my
Oh, you still got
backdrop
a sheet
doesn't
up.
even fill the frame anymore. My friend Tiffany in Tennessee has been sitting on this for months. I'm not sure how long, but look at this. An original newspaper from
What?
when Neil and Buzz had just rendezvoused with the command module during Apollo 11.
Oh,
The actual
heck
Chicago
yeah.
Today newspaper from July 21st, 1969.
Ooh, I know you putting that in the frame.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it. I want to read. I read what I could so far on the front page, and then you got to turn to page 5. I'm scared to death to take it out of the plastic, as you could probably imagine. But I told her that, and she said you should be okay because it's been in this plastic since then, and it hopefully won't fall apart whenever I do
Just
that.
mount it with the plastic.
I don't know. That won't look as good. but I'm saying I want to read the rest of the story because it's really interesting to me to read the words that they wrote at the time, because all we ever see now is, what they have to say in documentaries and stuff, which is great. But to see, I don't know, to see what they were actually saying at the time is really kind of neat to me.
That's good stuff right there.
It's really awesome. Yeah, she said
It's a
she was
mighty
sending me
fine
something.
birthday.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah,
Mighty fine birthday for a mighty fine
Good
old man.
haul.
yes, an old man. Wait, what is this? I just got mentioned. Is Jared in the chat?
All that.
Hold on, he is an old man. He got a newspaper,
he is.
and a
Jared
camera
is.
lens.
A newspaper.
That's- That is an old man.
All that and no prune juice.
Yes, I know. Name of the show.
Yeah. So next year, prune juice. What else was it that I wanted to start with? Let's see. Oh, cool. This is ready. So we just had our Keegoween party.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everybody wanted me to show the Chinese lanterns that we did over there. I screwed mine up. I didn't.
We launched 19 of them. I think one failed though. Two failed.
That was
so-
mine. And I'm sorry if I forgot to pick it up because the next day I was like, I don't remember picking it up. But what happened was I didn't separate it. You got to open it up. I don't know. I had a couple beers. I don't know. I thought that I thought that the heat was going to be enough to inflate it on its own, but no. I started looking around, and everybody else was actually pulling theirs apart.
I do the trick of like a trash bag. You go,
Yeah.
whip it, let it fill up there.
Let's see. I think that I can do it better. Yeah. Yeah. So mine started catching on fire.
Yeah, Becca, we got Derek. I see Keegle. I see Kyle.
Oh yeah, Kyle. He's
Okay,
looking
well,
up at him.
that's not going to load.
There's 3-hole punch Jim over there.
Yep,
Yeah.
I see him there in the corner, helping Derek.
Yeah. So we had a great time over there. What did we miss? I know I wandered off to Brad's car at some point, and then everyone came and found me, and I'm like, I think I'm ready to go. Yeah. And me and Becca are awesome at beer pong, apparently.
Oh yeah, we are undefeated champions.
Me and Derek are undefeated too.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah?
beat you, didn't we? No, we didn't.
No,
play
we
you.
never played. Everyone just gave up after you guys won twice. It just
Well-
fell apart, the whole thing.
We'll select a time to have a duel because we have to figure out who the actual undefeated champion is.
Oh, and I never got to play any cornhole.
Cornhole.
Yeah.
Cornhole.
Yeah, you somehow got booted out
Right.
from that round.
Yeah. Somehow.
He was
It
fine
should have been
sitting
me.
on-
I was trying to throw myself on the sword. Like I was like, you guys go ahead. But then everyone's like, no, Becca plays. So I was trying.
Yeah. Well, all right. Moving on. What else was going to be? Oh, right here. This is sort of Matt's thing. I guess this video is going around, and well, let's just it's one of those. It's like the dress,
so crazy.
the black and purple versus white and gold or whatever. But it's an audible thing. So let's see here. Oh, that time I got it.
See, if you read it, it's gonna say whatever you're reading. It's crazy.
I got brainstorm.
So if you full screen it for everybody and turn the volume up a little bit.
Yeah, the audio listeners can just hear whatever they think they hear. But
I wonder who listens to audio and see what they hear. 'Cause
Well, I have been reading the first word of one of them during it reading the first word and then switching to the other one, and I can hear it that way too. I can hear green storm and brain needle.
yeah. You
Brain
know,
needle.
it's one of those interesting things. You know, I'm not
It's crazy, man.
I'm not smart enough to explain why that is, but
It's just the brain, man. That's why I have one of the posts. I was like, the brain is a very mysterious.
Well, no, actually, your brain's lazy. So, like, stuff like that's like whatever you see first is what it just goes, that's what it is.
yeah,
Yeah, no, because if you close your eyes and listen to it, And if you think of the word, that's what you're going to hear too.
Every time I just hear brainstorm.
Yeah, I wonder what
So
the
I don't
audio
know.
listeners, what they hear, if they're able to switch back and forth without like a visual cue. Like when the dress thing was going on, there was like I saw black and purple every time, except there was one time that I just glanced at it and I was like, oh, gold and white, and then never again. So,
It's like those pictures with all little designs, and if you stare at it long enough, it's like a
The
sailboat.
3D pictures, I hate
Yeah.
those things. I can never make them work.
magic.
Yeah.
You got to cross
Those
your
things are
eyes.
hard.
Yeah. Oh, I can do them.
You gotta make your eyes go cross-eyed a little bit,
It's
and then
it's
I've
better.
never been able to do
Bam.
them.
It's
Never.
better if you relax your eyes and then focus, but it is also possible if you cross your eyes. Except if you cross your eyes, it's going to be inverted. But if you relax your eyes and let the two parts come together and then focus, then it'll be protruding out towards you. If that
Man, you're
makes
an
any
expert at
sense at
this.
all. Yeah, because to do it, the first time I ever did it was by crossing my eyes. Everybody kept saying, look through the image, like you're focusing on something far away. And I tried, and I could get the two things. You find the patterns and you try to get them to line up, and then from there you try to focus. But it was so hard to get my eyes to focus, so I tried a new way, which was crossing my eyes, and then I was able to see the stuff, but it was inverted instead of protruding. It's very strange. Yeah. Okay. So far, we have not talked about space.
yeah, we're doing radio gags.
Oh, except for this. The funniest thing on the internet this week. If you
Oh
were,
yes, this is hilarious.
if you were watching the webcast,
Wow.
which I was,
If you're-
I don't always watch the webcast, but I will if I can think of it, if I'm not in the middle like posting photos, flip it to the webcast just to make sure that the booster lands safely. Well, the camera kind of went nuts right when the booster was coming down, and it freaked me out. I was like, oh no, because it looked like you could see remnants of pieces of booster going everywhere, and then all of a sudden the booster is still standing there. But this was the explanation for what really happened in real life. This is actually 100% true. I kid you not. So, my theory is that landings are becoming so routine that they taught Falcon 9 how to do somersaults.
They're like, we got extra fuel on this one, so let's do some tricks.
Oh man,
That's great.
Yeah, if you're listening to audio, you definitely got to go see the YouTube
oh yeah,
video
yeah.
of this.
I mean, I prefer. I wish I could make
The
everybody
Dancing
watch
Falcon 9.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the title of it.
it. Huh?
Is there a title to the video to like easily search it?
Oh well, go to SpaceX Master Race on Reddit. That's the best way.
If you use
find
Reddit.
it. You don't even have to use it. You can still get there. Go to reddit.com/r/SpaceX Master Race, all one word. And the user is, I'm not sure how it's supposed to be said, but it's Blake. B-A-L-A-Q-E.
I've seen it other places other than on there. You could probably do a quick
Well, he was
Google search of just dancing Falcon 9. I'm sure it's popping
probably
up.
probably. It's just the reason I have this one pulled up is because this was the original post. This is the OP. So I figured if I'm going to pull it up, I might as well pull up the original. And it was better quality.
I guess just someone didn't fully mount that camera, or a mount broke or something.
Well, I was just, you kind of watch Twitter or whatever, and you kind of see what other people say. And I think somebody suggested that maybe like the engine exhaust blasted the camera, like what it was mounted on, and maybe kind of broke something loose there, and it started bouncing around. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, but that's.
Or if it's the same mount since the beginning and it's rusted. And it broke.
Maybe. Yeah, the vibration of it coming in caused it to finally break. And they didn't.
Yeah, because that thing's on salt water all the time. So depending on what material they use to make that mount, it might have rusted, but broke by now.
Yeah, could be.
This is true.
This week we are. This week, well, on November 2nd, there'll be a big celebration for the space station having been occupied for 20 years continuously.
That's
Man.
awesome.
It took me a minute to really figure out like when it actually. How did I? Because this article right here, this article's from a year ago. But the Expedition 1 crew launched on October 21st or October 31st of 2000, and they actually arrived on November the 2nd.
Man, why do I feel like the space station's been up there longer than 2000?
Right?
Because they started construction. I think the first module was put in place in 98, maybe.
Yeah,
Does that sound
it
about
took
right?
a couple years of construction before they actually put a crew on board.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because
But
people
wasn't
can,
there people in it? In
There
the
were, but
sections?
this is about it being
But this is just
continuously.
continuous. So
Yeah.
Yeah, continuously.
But
Yes.
they didn't hop in, and then when the shuttle left, they got out.
Yeah,
and all
and-
that
Yeah,
shit.
Right.
pretty
And
much
s-
that's
and
how it was doing.
some people confuse Skylab too. Some
That's
people
true.
some people think Skylab was part of the International Space Station
Right.
as well.
But they were
Which
separated
it was
by
just-
a long time, right?
Yeah,
They
they
were,
were separated by 20 years.
But that was the purpose of Skylab, was to see if it was possible to live and work in space.
Right.
Absolutely, but yeah, we're coming up on the anniversary of the last time that all of us were here together on Earth at the same time.
Wait, what?
That anniversary, that 20-year anniversary, that
Oh.
all of the humans were actually on Earth
That's interesting.
all at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good way to put it. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Because since then, there's always been somebody in space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's crazy, man.
This says at the time the space station was a small orbiting complex of just 3 modules, not the sprawling research complex that today is as large as a 5-bedroom home with a gym, 2 bathrooms, and a 360-degree bay window looking out at the Earth. That's pretty cool.
That's the best reading nook in the world or off the world.
Yeah. Oh,
the next year I hope they
cupola?
send them a case of beer.
They need to send some beer to space.
I mean,
I support this.
I've always heard rumors that the Russians like to take a little bit of vodka, but
Ah,
officially,
They do.
alcohol,
Officially, they don't. They do.
yeah, alcohol is prohibited on the space station. Yeah. All right. Congratulations, ISS program. And now I wanted to show you a space cappuccino.
oh, it's so good.
That's sexy.
Yeah. That's not a space cappuccino, y'all. No, that is OSIRIS-REx.
Ah, it almost synced up.
It
for
was
closing.
beautiful.
What the heck?
That was brilliant.
This right here, this is actually really good news.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw Scott Manley's video, but he put the fear of God in me because, well, as you guys know, let's see, I think I have the clip right here. Yeah, it's just a 3-image clip. They did the tag, the touch and go maneuver on Bennu, and they did such a great job that one of the flaps inside was stuck open by a somewhat large rock. And so some of the material was leaking out, and I think you can actually see some of the material grabbed in those the steel Velcro right there.
Yeah.
Assuming you guys can see my mouse, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm sure these other ones grab stuff, but it seems to be pretty
can't see
obvious right there, right? And he also mentioned that they went like a foot or something into the surface. Like it was way softer than we thought.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I would recommend watching that Scott Manley video. It came out a couple days ago. He actually just earlier today released an update on it, but he was talking about how they're not out of the woods yet, and they still have to get this canister inside the sample return capsule, and that is, well, here's some still photos of it going in, which I think
That
is
has
really
been
super
completed. Yeah, that is awesome.
cool. Yeah, I got some really good photos of it. Yeah, so that's it.
And because of the leakage, they actually were not able to weigh the sample.
Right. So all that math that we talked about last week,
Yeah, no, they didn't even use it.
they didn't even use it.
No.
Yeah, see, You don't need it.
Yeah.
Man.
Becca said your formula was wrong.
Did she?
I did say that. I looked
There-
it up.
I was gonna try to get him to say it again, and maybe
Well, let me find it again. Hold on. It's
Okay.
been a while.
because she was just trying for the show description. She was just trying to look up what it was to copy and paste it.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, we'll look at the space latte.
Space.
You should try to
latte.
line it up where it opens when the T-Rex starts
T-Rex.
making its sound. You can do it, Kegel.
All right.
Oh, what I gotta do? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You gotta do the sound.
All right, get
I
ready.
gotta figure out where to time this.
Get ready.
Or someone can speed up the video.
All right, get ready.
That's close enough.
The first one was better.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
original.
derivation I was talking about was I equals mr squared.
I equals mr squared. Now, wasn't there a something over something?
Mhm.
There is another one which is I over L. I equals L over W.
That's the
Or-
one
Is
I
that
saw.
the one you found?
Yes, that's assuming you know the angular velocity. Now, using angular velocity and Newton's laws of physics, we can actually derive that into I equals mr squared.
So they both get you to the same place.
Yeah, it's the same. You get the same place just with different information.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. We're learning. And I will not remember that an hour from now. I won't remember that now.
Neither will I.
I've already forgotten. Our good buddy Perseverance cruising along. And by the way, I got down here. Look, it's giving me that frowny face again.
Oh,
Remember when we had
no.
Trevor on and I was talking about how like it loaded up it did the same thing. It loaded up and was showing me the eyes of the solar system, or NASA's eyes, whatever they call it now. But anyway, we have a still photo image right here. Yeah, we're halfway there, which is it's kind of nuts, man. I can't believe it's already.
Yeah.
already
Oh,
getting
so
there.
exciting.
Matt, Jordan, do you
Yes,
remember
sir.
these instruments well enough to be like, yeah, that's that, and that's that? Because there's a little kind of a rundown. It says the mission team continues to check out spacecraft systems, big and small, during interplanetary cruise. Perseverance's RIMFAX and MOXIE instruments were tested and determined to be in good shape on October 15th.
Excellent. MOXIE is the experiment that is testing the idea of using like there's a formula that is used in chemistry called the Sabatier equation, and it is where you can take hydrogen and carbon dioxide and create methane and water
Right.
out of. So essentially,
breathable
they're
oxygen,
trying
right?
to or breathable oxygen. Well, you would also then add in electrolysis to separate the water into hydrogen and oxygen, which you can then reuse that hydrogen, pump that back into the Sabatier reactor, if you will. They're not using a true Sabatier reaction on this one. Instead, they're using, it's like a plenum foam, like almost like a reverse osmosis, if you think of it that way, that will pump the CO2 through, and the methane and water will come out at the bottom.
Okay.
Essentially.
So do you have to bring something with you first to make this work, or is it just
A small amount of hydrogen.
So you
A
have
small
to
amount
bring
of
the
hydrogen.
with you.
Yes,
Well,
but you
because-
will pull most of the hydrogen back out of the reaction.
to be used again.
Yes, it can then be reused.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes.
because methane does have hydrogen, right? Is there a way to just use
Yes, there is hydrogen and carbon in the
CH4,
methane.
isn't it?
Yes.
So, but with this, they have sent some hydrogen with it, is what you're saying.
Oh, this one does not use, like I said, the true Sabatier. Instead, this uses like ceramic discs that are electrified, that are inside of this plenum that's almost like a reverse osmosis machine.
Which I
So
don't know how that works, by the way, if you want to.
Okay, so it pumps the Martian atmosphere, the air on Mars, through this machine that then processes it into methane and water, which then the water can be separated into oxygen and hydrogen. So you have two different types of rocket fuel you can use right there. or you could just keep the water as water to use as water.
Right.
You have many
Or
options at
separate
that
it, get
point.
the hydrogen back to continue doing
Yeah,
the
you can-
process, and then you have breathable
Well,
oxygen.
they don't want to use like a true Sabatier reaction because it requires a sufficient source of heat. So they would
Oh.
actually have to drop like an atomic reactor on the surface to power a Sabatier reactor.
Perseverance has one, right?
Yeah, well, it has a small one. It has the RTG.
Yeah, that's not big enough to do all this.
No, we're talking you need like megawatt.
Oh, mega power.
Yes.
1.8 gigawatt.
1.2 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatt. What about these other ones? What else are they testing out? The Rimfax? Do you remember which one that one is?
I don't remember which one.
You have to go back and
Rimfax was,
reference the article you wrote.
I would have to. Yeah, well, it's been a while.
I know. I totally understand. I mean, and actually, Moxie was the one that I'm like, oh, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know how
I'm
it
like,
works, but yeah.
yep. And Pixel is one of their cameras. It's like an X-ray camera.
I mean, I can click on it. Main job, to measure the chemical makeup of rocks at very fine scale. Oh, it
Mhm.
even shows you right where it's at on there. Here, let's look and see where Moxie is.
Oh, you can do that with any of the tools. They've gone a long way into like allowing the public to really see how the spacecraft is going to work. I really like it, like that kind of outreach that they provide.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So here's a picture of Moxie. Not that it really, I'm like, that's cool. Next. And then let's see, what's the Rimfax? Let's see what that is.
It's the radar.
To see geologic features under the surface. Ah, the ground penetrating radar thing. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully find some more of those. I don't know if it's strong enough to find the underwater lakes and stuff. Do you know?
It's I think like 50 meters. For some reason, 50 meters is ringing a bell.
That's pretty deep.
That's fairly deep. You'll get a pretty. What they're thinking with the subsurface lakes, you would be able to find them with that instrument.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't know, the first one they announced last year. How deep was that? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
But fairly close to the surface.
Yes.
All right.
I don't remember. Did they say what what they're expecting the time frame for Percy is going to be?
Like the
Are they giving like 10 years? Yeah. Was it like 10 years?
It's designed for 5 years. Like the expectation is 5 years with these vehicles, but they have exceeded that mission capability on each of the previous vehicles that are based off of the same bus. So you can expect like realistically somewhere in the range of like 10 to 15 years without any major mechanical issues.
Well,
yeah, because isn't Curiosity still going?
Yeah, Curiosity's
still
still
going. Yeah,
Curiosity's
Curiosity is still rocking and rolling, man.
Curiosity's mission was only for 18 months though.
Yeah, that was like an 18-month mission.
But Perseverance is there. They've said 5 years.
I believe I read somewhere 5 years was the expected life on their. Engineers want to give you the conservative amount of life they can get, but that's what they designed for. But obviously, it can last much, much longer.
I wonder how long it can go. Like, say everything's working great on it. How long can it go with its RTG? With its battery?
88 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Dang.
Wow.
Well,
the heat degradation, like it would be a lot like what you're seeing with like the Voyager probes, where it would be shutting down over a long period of time. It would less and less power basically because of it would be less and less heat being generated. But yeah, it's the RTG, I believe, has an 88-year half-life.
Or until Mark Watney needs it. Klebby said Curiosity has not killed a cat yet. That's true.
It's fantastic. Fantastic news.
It could have been a space cat. We don't know.
We don't know. Martian cats.
There was a space cat. There was a space cat. The French space program put a cat into space. Her name was Félicette.
Really?
Oh, that poor cat.
I didn't know anybody but the Americans and the Russians put animals in space.
Yeah, and I only knew monkeys and
Well, right, but that was us
And dogs.
Yeah, that was us and the Russians.
These dogs.
I didn't know the French did it too. Like on
Yeah,
their
the
own
French did
rockets,
a cat on the Ariane series. Yes, while they were doing the tests of the Ariane, like they've been planning a human-rated Ariane for a long time.
When was this?
And in that process, I don't remember the exact date. I heard it on a podcast recently. The name of the cat was Felicette.
Cat in
Yeah.
space.
French.
Gonna get a whole
French
bunch of
cat.
memes.
Felicite.
Yeah,
Felicette.
there she is. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure enough.
Covering it up. Look at that little
1963.
cat.
I can't see the cat.
Yeah, 1963 it says it launched October 18th.
There is a bronze statue of this cat
Okay, so
that was
Did the cat make it
recently
back,
put up.
or is this a one-way
Yes,
mission for this thing?
I believe the cat made it back.
That was in
where did you see the 1963?
at the very
At the
beginning.
top.
Right here. Bam. The first cat launched into space. Congratulations, Felicette. Way to go. Way to go, cat. You're the best.
She was one of 14 female cats trained for spaceflight.
Yes.
How do you train a cat to go to space?
Oh my god, that's awesome. Now I want a picture. I want an autographed Felicette picture with a little paw print on it. I want one for my.
That's probably the
space
only
collection.
one that actually paid attention.
The cat it was in 1963.
Oh man, Cutshaw, you did
People
not.
deal in autographs.
You did not tell us this. We were talking last week about Supercluster's new astronaut database.
I know that they don't have cats.
No. According to Ed in the chat, they have a non-human section.
What?
Yes.
I didn't even see that. What? I didn't even see that, man. I was just looking at the humans.
That is
You
awesome.
see down the bottom it says they went the feline biological. I can't even talk biological rockets. Preceded by rats and monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to go check that out. I didn't know. Oh,
Should've
they had a
had 3
non-human
beers.
section.
They have the non-human section. Man.
Nice job, Supercluster.
Yeah, for real. Let's see. What is up? Okay. I feel like this is kind of out of order because I want to talk about upcoming launches, but I just thought that this artwork was interesting.
Mhm.
It's paying
Lord of the Rings
homage to
feel.
Lord of the Rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly,
that.
this translates. This is goodness persists, and
In Elvish.
is that from the books or something? I don't remember the phrase "goodness persists" being in the movie.
I mean, there are people who have become like linguists in the Elvish language based on the books.
Oh,
Because there was enough of the Elvish language in the books to actually develop an entire language out of it. Like
yeah,
J.R.R. Tolkien was primarily a linguist. He developed this language.
sort of like Klingon or Wookiee.
Yeah,
Can anybody speak Wookiee? Han Solo.
I can sound like one, but yeah, no, I'm good. That's better than me.
Yeah, Keegel's got it on tap. Oh yeah, and a Tory Timelapse. I can't deprive you of a Tory Timelapse. That is the payload getting lifted up to the top of the Atlas V in the 531 configuration, which I like. I like any Atlas that has, well, really any Atlas that has boosters, but I like it to have at least one on each side. I think it's photogenic.
No, this is going to be a new.
Mhm.
These are new SRBs. These are the brand new GEM 63s, which are going to be used on Vulcan. So
Right.
this is actually going to be somewhat of a test flight.
Right, yeah. Because he said several times that they were going to use Vulcan hardware on Atlas to prove it out.
ULA's precious engines.
Hmm? Yeah,
Lord of the Rings reference.
My precious.
yeah. That's actually appropriate. I get what you did there now, Kegel. I didn't realize what you did there.
Who made that
What?
that poster of the Lord of the Rings inspired one?
ULA.
There's no telling. I mean, yeah, they contracted somebody to make it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like ULA put that out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
So
I mean,
they've been doing this for years.
With Lord of the Rings.
Not with Lord of the
No.
Rings, but like
Well-
for like the ISS missions. They've done one with Star Wars. They've done one with Star Trek. Yeah, they like to have fun with it.
yeah, if you look down in the
This
comments
is what
under
happens
it,
when nerds become like uber nerds.
Yeah.
yeah, when nerds design mission patches.
When nerds level up.
True story.
This isn't Lord of the Rings, but people in the comments were talking about how, I mean, and this is Scott Manley that brought this one up. That's the Eye of Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sexy mission patch
It's
right
got
there.
some cat hair on it, but that's all right. Yeah, so that's what's coming up. Next, that's the next launch. That's the 3rd, right? Tuesday? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tuesday. Matt, can you get the times of the launches? Because I don't remember them all. I know they're in the evening, but before the end of the show, so we can give a rundown of what the actual times. Maybe just get on Ben Cooper's site and get the actual times.
All right, I got you right now.
Oh, you already got them? Okay.
Yeah, I already got you, man. Which one do you need to know about?
Well, let's do it now.
Well, so this one, as you already see, we're looking
look at
at
that.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
the 3rd. Now, there
Right
was confusion with GPS.
Mhm.
A lot of people were seeing the 5th when it was actually the 4th, because a lot of people were posting the 5th. It was actually the 4th. Now, apparently, we have confirmation of the NRL 108, which is going to be launched by SpaceX, is now being confirmed for the 18th.
Right, yeah.
So
as it is right now, we've only got 2 launches next week.
Right.
Right.
So we have this, and then we have GPS on the 4th at 6:24. Not a sunset launch because sunset is at 5:30, so we're not going to get the really cool effect, unfortunately. But
Well,
no jellyfish.
this is saying that the launch period is from 5:30 to 8:10 for Atlas.
Oh, I was talking about GPS.
Oh, well, we might get it for the Atlas launch on
Right.
Tuesday.
I think it'll be too close to sunset, honestly.
Yeah, because that's after time change.
Yeah.
Well,
Now-
what time does
Hey.
the sunset on that day?
5:30 going forward, starting on the 1st.
Becca, you have a question.
It has to be louder.
Oh.
There we go.
That's shadow facts. I figured it out. The connection to Lord of the Rings.
What?
A rocket is never early or late. It launches precisely when it means to.
Oh,
Ah,
yes.
look at you.
Brilliant.
I hit the wrong one.
But it's so right.
Right.
Meant this one.
Sunset,
So what's interesting about the GPS launch now, everybody knows, is when GPS was originally going to go off, we were going to be getting a return to LZ1 landing. Everybody's excited about that.
Oh, no.
Well, that's not the case this time around. This time GPS will be landing on the drone ship, but NROL 108 is going to be landing at LZ.
GPS was never going to be a return to launch site. That was the Enroll. That was the super secret one that popped up. Everyone's like, "What is this? What is this?" And then finally, last week, it was revealed that it was a NROL. But the GPS was always going to be
Was it always
A
a
drone-
drone ship
yeah, it
one?
was
Was
a
I'm getting
drone
that
ship.
confused?
because
See,
that was
folks,
the one.
this is a good problem to have.
Yeah,
You get
Oh,
try to
it's
keep up with
so-
everything.
It's so tough. Yeah, it's so tough to keep up with all of it. But yeah, remember that was one where we had to watch the fleet to know what was going to happen, and we finally saw that the fleet was heading home.
You're absolutely right. Yeah,
Right?
I'm getting those mixed up. Yep,
Yeah.
because I remember being there when it aborted, and we're like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Because that was during Scrubtober.
And we're
It's-
falling for it again. Right now, we think we're going to have 2 launches in 2 days.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We think.
We think that.
We think
Now, depending on if the GPS launches on time and the launch in Vandenberg, if both of those are successful, then Crew 1 will hold its state, because we already know about the issue. They discovered what the issue was. The reason why they scrubbed at the last minute was actually quote unquote nail polish. Very 2
Yeah.
millimeter,
Yeah.
2 millimeter plugged hole
Mhm.
is what caused the scrubs. That's just how precise everything has to
Yeah.
be.
It was
But-
lacquer. Every time I read
Exactly.
something, every time I saw that word,
Lacquer.
I thought I was reading liqueur.
The core, yeah. Yeah.
Who's
But-
spilling the liquor on the engines?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But they got it resolved, and that's a really good thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's and I will just kind of repeat what a lot of people have been saying. Like, it's a good thing that they had that issue with GPS when they did. They had a brand new booster going, and they had that abort. And actually, Hans Koenigsmann said that they were able to abort it like safely without any harm to the engines, but they swap them out with ones that don't have this issue. I imagine they're going to take them back to the shop, redo that part of it, whatever. But yeah, it's a good thing that they had it now, and then they have, let's see, they have now the GPS booster's new. The Sentinel booster, I believe, is also new,
yes,
right? And NASA is watching that. That's actually a NASA mission. So obviously they're watching, but they're going to have access to the data and stuff, and so they'll be able to go.
Yeah,
through
that mission's the benchmark for whether Crew 1 can happen.
right.
exactly.
It's like what 4 days?
1063.
It's like 4 days before.
Yes, it
Okay,
has to happen. There has to be at least 4 days after that mission for NASA to go over all the data.
Yep,
For-
November 10th.
Yep.
November 10th is the Mike Frenlich
Yeah.
launch, and then the 14th is Crew 1,
Right.
which I'm having a good feeling that everything's gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
the iterative
I'm
process works.
And
Exactly.
things probably would have been just fine also. I just don't think that they want to get all the way up to ignition and then have an abort. It just
Yeah.
doesn't make you feel real good when you've got
It's
astronauts
not.
sitting on top.
Exactly. And I probably speak for everybody here when I say that I am absolutely thrilled and excited to see astronauts launch once more.
Oh yeah.
I'm so looking forward to that. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Yes, very exciting. And it will be at a more reasonable time than it was originally going to be.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's going to be at like what, 7:30 at night?
7:30 as opposed to what, 2:15?
Yeah. And
Yeah, 7:49. So it's technically a night launch, so you can get your streak shots.
and I believe I was it'll be the first SpaceX Crew launch with streak shots.
Yeah.
And I believe I was reading that if they do launch on the 14th, then it's only going to be an 8.5-hour transit to the space station. But if they do have the scrub, then it's going to be like a 21-hour or something like that transit. So I'm sure they're hoping to go first try.
Oh yeah.
But I was
Yeah,
going to
because
say
peeing on the ceiling is kind of rough.
the ceiling. That's right. Yeah, that was the big secret. The big reveal was the toilets in the ceiling. But it's kind of neat. I think that there's three
So odd.
there's 3 brand new boosters that are about to come into rotation. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat, because
Yeah.
I think we're down to like, I think there's like 6 or 7 that are in rotation right now. And so I'll have like 10. Although I am excited to get, like, I guess it'd be better to keep the numbers small so that we could get to that 10th launch quicker. But whatever.
And then the 11th and 12th and 13th after that.
Oh, is that what comes after 10?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but the 10th
Tell me more about
launch,
these numbers.
the let's say B 1063.10, that's going to be huge, man. That's going to be when that booster comes into port. A lot of people are going to be there to cover that because that's a milestone right there. That's the 10th launch and landing of a booster. That's going to be huge because Elon said he wanted to do every 10. He wanted to do refurbishments. So I'm interested to see what kind of refurbishments are they going to do and how fast they're going to be able to process that booster to get it ready for its 11th flight.
Right.
Because the initial goal was 100. He wants to be able to get 100 flights out of each booster.
Right.
I don't think the expectation for Falcon 9 is 100. The expectation for Falcon 9 was always 10.
No.
With Starship, they want to be able to get 100 flights out of each Starship at least.
No, sir. He said 100. He wants
He
100
has-
from Falcon 9.
Yeah, he said that they want to be able to do 10 flights with minimal refurbishment, and then hopefully get up to 100. Now, I want to say that maybe that has changed over the years, because
I'm sure
if Starship comes along, then Falcon 9's not even going to get a chance to get to 100 flights on a single booster. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because, well, the next topic that we're going to talk about is they just now completed their 100th successful flight, right? So how long is it going to take them to get to 100 flights on just one booster? That's going to take a long time. How many flights could they possibly do on one booster in a year? Let's just 5, 10, maybe, on one booster in a year, if they really get the cadence up.
Yeah,
So,
he's wanting to do 48 next year.
Right.
48.
Well, they said
now,
they wanted to do 26 this year.
Right. Well, he's wanting to do 48 next year.
They may hit it.
But also look at it when Starlink has basically, when all 48,000 satellites are up there, they're not going to be launching as frequently. You know what I mean? Because there's not going to be no need. Every once in a while, they're going to send a maintenance flight up there, to replace the deorbited ones, or the ones that are, no longer in service, or the ones that have malfunctioned. But they're not going to be launching them like they are now.
Yeah.
So they're going to be relying heavily on customer payload, so customer launches. So we're getting spoiled right now with getting a ton of launches right now. Well, unfortunately, those are going to slow down a little bit once Starlink has hit its.
It's going to be a long
peak.
time before they hit that.
Yeah, that's going to be
48,000.
like 20 years.
And then
man.
It's going to be a while. Yeah.
By the time they reach that 48,000, it's going to be time to replace the first ones.
This is true.
Ooh, Elon just did a reply to S Padre.
Oh, yeah, congratulations.
He probably likes that photo.
Great shot.
Yep, it is a great shot. Yes, everybody go congratulate Space Padre, because his notifications are going to be blowing up anyway.
Yeah, right now, for sure. I'm just watching the retweets, just going crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulate him on the Elon reply, and he's probably losing it right now. Oh yeah. So 100 successful flights.
2, 1.
This is just super cool to me. I don't want this to be too loud, but I want you to still be able to hear it. Okay, so they were founded in 2002, right? Oh, and one of the things that I think that some people might find interesting is how different Falcon 9 has looked over the years. I want to go back.
Yeah, for a while it was just straight white.
Okay, so this is just Falcon 1. I'm looking at you, Becca, too, because I know that you probably never saw any of this. Look how stubby that looks. Doesn't that look stubbier than what you're used to seeing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Because it used to be, I have my tab pulled up.
Barely over the TE.
Right. So the version 1.0 was 54.9 meters, or 180 feet. And then version 1.1, they extended to 224 feet. So it gained 44 feet. So that's quite a bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
And also in those early days, the 9 Merlin engines right there were arranged like a tic-tac-toe pattern, as opposed to like a round. Like now they call it the octaweb, and it's the octaweb. It's 8 around the outside and then 1 in the middle. And I think that had to do. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of good reasons, but I think it had to do with accommodating the legs. And also, you see these early ones. In fact, there was one right there. You see these early ones that had no legs, and then they started putting legs on there. Of course, even once they started landing, they did still launch sometimes without legs, because they had expendable missions where whatever they were launching just had to use up all their fuel, and they didn't have anything left to land. But that's pretty cool. That I'm just gonna guess that this is 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 100, and that's probably every single flight.
You doubt SpaceX?
And they're probably
You know,
all Ben Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was
Really?
about to be like, how many of those have been?
147 people did not like that video on purpose.
Because
thumbs
they're
it down.
they're ULA fanboys.
I don't like rockets.
Or
I
because
don't know I'm watching this.
they think it's fake, probably.
I don't like
Yeah,
Elon
that's
Musk.
true.
He smokes the reefer.
It's all CGI.
Yeah, it's
I
all
will say
CGI.
100 flights. If anybody who works at SpaceX is watching the show, congratulations. You guys have done an amazing job.
You've done it again. You're 1 in a million.
You know, you guys have done great.
For SpaceX.
Absolutely amazing.
Great job, y'all. Keep it going, because well, I was saying earlier, how long is it going to take them to do it? You know, another 100 or 100 on one booster. Not nearly as long, because you figure half of these launches have been probably in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
You know. And just for clarification, this is 100 successful flights for SpaceX as a company. It's not just Falcon 9. It also includes Falcon 1 and Falcon Heavy. Yeah. All right. Let's get to local stuff. We had some port stuff this week. Okay. We had a couple of
that's so
boosters. A couple boosters show up on drone ships. I really like this one because I like all the people, and I like my friends, John Van Horn and Crystal down here.
Oh, yeah, they're there.
Yep, there they are.
That looks like it was taken in like 1920.
Good.
It is so cool.
Good.
Because also tugboats still always look old.
Yeah.
And especially Lauren Foss. I really like the way Lauren Foss looks.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like something out of a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
World War II movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool. And so this was 1060, the third flight for this booster. And this was the one that launched the 15th Starlink. Let's see. Last week we showed the ones from the 14th Starlink. Correct? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was before the last week's show.
And there's some birds, too.
You must
Stephanie
have
said.
birds. If there are birds...
Klebby says that picture looks important.
Ah! I love it. Thank you, Klebby. Yeah, Daryl said, I see what you did there. All right, and oh wait, I wanted to show, like, just, I love it when there's just a ton of people at the port. Like, I know that they weren't there for it. Some of them are, but not very many. Most of them are out there just for the day, you know, just all these people. And these people in particular, they were pretty stoked about it, taking selfies and stuff with it. It was pretty cool.
It's always great when it lines up to the SpaceX logo.
Mhm.
It's right there as it's going by.
Yeah, I always wait, like, you know, it's kind of one of those get the same shot every time, but I always try to take the opportunity right when it lines up with me. I want to get that squared off with the SpaceX logo, just to have that kind of for future uses, you know, because then you can do, in the future, you can line them up and be like, this is what it looked like after each flight.
Thinking ahead over there.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's actually missed opportunities of the past. Day before, right? It was. It's just so tough.
I
There's
guess
so
2
much
days
going on.
before.
Yes.
It
It
was.
was 2 days?
It was Monday.
It was the day before.
It was Monday.
That was
right?
the day before?
Yes.
Yeah, Monday was when Miss Tree came. And so these are the fairings that were caught, but in strange and unusual ways. This is the one that during the webcast they cut to Miss Chief's or Miss Tree's camera, and you just see the fairing falling through the net.
Yeah.
They look relatively undamaged, except after the fact. I didn't notice when they were coming by, but there's this big scuff mark right here on this one.
It'll buff out.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, and then actually this one you can see the end of the X that's on the Starlink logo, you know.
Hmm.
And then I just was trying to get close up. Look at the heat. The heat rays
Yeah,
there.
Just
man.
radiating
Gosh.
out there.
Yeah.
Makes it hard to get captures sometimes.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, one thing I wanted to point out, these holes right here, remember last week we were talking about these
The vent
guys
hole
right
things?
here? Bam.
Mm-hmm.
That be them.
After they
That's-
blow their
that-
caps off.
That's where they be. Yeah. So that's what they look like.
How far up do you think one of those things blow off?
I don't know, man. I wonder if they are able to gather them at the launch site. You know,
Or I wonder if it ever washes up and someone looks at it, it's like looks like a dryer vent. They're like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah. Yeah, really. Like, I wonder if, I mean, from a distance, it doesn't look like they take off very quick, but they do. You know, they
Yeah.
pick up speed pretty quickly.
It might just land on the grounds right around the rocket.
It probably gets burned up in the exhaust.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that
it
too.
could. Yeah, if it's something that's melty or
It looks like it's made out of like plastic or like it looks flimsy, like maybe paper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like
Paper.
like that plastic that they put on the sides of houses before they put up shingles or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
wait, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, because you can see the wrinkles in it right
Yeah,
there.
dude, like they don't look uniform, do they?
No,
Yeah, you could totally see the wrinkles in those things. Yeah, see right there.
Yeah.
See the wrinklage.
Like just 3M's stuck them on
Maybe
there.
they make
It's
them like
just some-
biodegradable so they just dissolve, you know, it's some kind of, yeah, maybe it just doesn't need to be much. It's just something to keep stuff from getting in that hole.
maybe
That's cool.
Trivac? What's that?
Tyvek?
Tyvek. That's the plastic I was talking about that you put on the side of a house.
Like
Oh.
for siding
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff?
I mean, I know what.
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
Yeah,
I know what Tyvek is. Here, I'll show you
Made by
guys.
DuPont usually makes it.
When you're building a house, you put it on.
Yeah, DuPont.
You wrap the house in it. Oh,
they also
I was
make
not
suits.
expecting
Or
out
you
of
make
it,
a
by the
suit.
way.
Apparently, you make suits out of it too. Okay, here you go. Yeah, like you wrap the house in this stuff before you
Okay.
start putting the
That's
siding
real
on.
flimsy.
Yeah.
Super flimsy, that stuff.
Yeah, totally. Is it really? Are you guys just saying that, or is that really what it's made of? Somebody.
I don't know. That's what they're saying in the chat.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
no,
it's
no.
made
Said
out of
Bobby said
a thicker version of that.
Yeah.
I think it's because they have various thicknesses of that Tyvek material, but it looks to be the same kind of plastic, just a little thicker.
Mm-hmm. Where we go? Yeah, it very well could be. Interesting. Yeah, that's a question I want to ask somebody if they would answer. I don't know if someone that really knows would actually answer. But anyway,
Ask Elon.
so the fairing halves, yeah, we'll just throw out a tweet. Hey, he's tweeting right now. You know, I mean, hey, you never know. Yeah, so the fairings are in, and then within 12 hours, they had already taken them off the ships and put them over at the fairing building at the port. If you know where that is, if you don't, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you. It's out in the open, but you know, they probably don't want too many visitors. But this
Well, it's
booster,
fenced in. You can't really get there.
well, right, but you can. They probably don't want people coming over there taking pictures and stuff. But I do know where it is.
Too late.
Yeah, I know. Well, there was a big public thing when they bought or leased or whatever that building. I remember the post on the SpaceX subreddit about that.
I got to go up that tower that's right next to it here soon.
Oh yeah.
Bring my GoPro.
Oh
Peek
yeah.
around, see what's over there.
Yeah, see what's what. By the way, the booster that was brought in on Tuesday, by the end of today, was already horizontal. They got the legs up yesterday. You can watch NASA space flights 24/7 feed. And when there's anything going on, there's somebody at least controlling the camera. There's not always somebody doing commentary. I didn't hear if Gavin actually got on there, but apparently they had asked if he wanted to. if you wanted to jump on the feed and do commentary because they didn't have anybody available. So you might actually get to hear old Gavin's SpaceX fleet.
Yeah, they were doing some commentary the other day when it's coming in.
Yeah, and they do,
tuned in.
but not always. But if there's something
yeah.
interesting happening, there is somebody on the camera that is actually controlling it and trying to zoom in on the interesting stuff. So it's a really good feed. You know, taking all our jobs away from, you know, like I don't know if Kyle even bothers to go out there now. Do you know?
He's just like,
That's like, I'm not
high def camera out there.
Yeah, I haven't even seen him really posting anything.
Yeah.
My whole thing is if you love it and you enjoy it, you're going to go out there no matter what.
Yeah, and you could get better shots sometimes with, you know, and different
Yeah.
angles for sure.
It's a different perspective, you know.
All I know is they use a lot of data.
Yeah. I
'Cause they use
spotted
our
the
internet.
oh, you know, that's what I should have done. I should have grabbed that clip of because when we were in port, I was talking to the NASA spaceflight people, and I was like, "Yeah, we're right here. I think I've spotted your camera." And they're like, "Yep, that's it." And then they turned the camera over at us, and we started waving at the camera. It was really silly.
We
It's on
waved for a
Rusty,
very
isn't
long
it?
time.
We waved for a long time. Not
Very
sure how
long.
long they were going to be pointing at us, you know, and we couldn't hear them or anything. So it was just wave.
It's on Rusty's, right?
Yeah, it's on. It's on top of Rusty's. In fact, yeah, I think they like to have Rusty's seafood and oyster bar like on the screen at all times because Rusty really helped out with that. Seth said, trying to get that clip. I think Chris B grabbed the clip, so I'd need to ask him if he would send it to me, and then maybe we can show it to y'all. I mean, it's just three idiots standing there waving at a camera
For 14 minutes.
Just like,
Your arm had to be tired.
Yeah, Seth was there with us, and Seth was doing the royal wave, and Chris B was like, "Oh, that's treason if he's not actually a Brit or something like that." Okay, I think we've pretty much covered it all, but I have been promising Klebby to look at this, and all I did was Google it, so I still don't really know what it is. But this, is it called Headis? It's a Headis rally.
Headis top 10.
Headis.
Headis?
I don't know.
Headis.
How do we say it?
Needles?
How do we say it? I don't know. Okay, this is the Headis World Championship. Let's go here. 'Cause-
Surely they'll say it at some point.
Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Headis.
okay, I get it.
It's tennis with your head.
Well, this is
Holy
a real
crap.
Those Germans.
They have such good aim.
This is incredible.
This is like
This was-
this is real.
Yeah, this is real. I think this was brought up when we were watching
Oh
the,
my god.
Wow.
when we were
Dog
watching the
racing.
corgi racing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, good sportsman too. I wonder what that does for your IQ, Paul said. That's a good question.
Gives you a headache.
Yeah, man, it's got to be.
Not a sport I could play.
And then back to this. Well, it's a great shot, so I'm
That's
not sorry.
a beautiful shot.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Is there anything else that we've missed other than like and subscribe, tell your friends, review us?
We got a.
Oh yeah. Here, let me.
We got a mask now.
Yeah, we have a mask. We need to figure out a game or something to give one away.
I can't.
And
It's on Twitter.
we're all about learning from past mistakes. You know, we're scientifically minded here, so we must say. The only way to get one of these masks is if you live in the U.S. I am sorry, Harry Stranger, and anybody else that might live in another country.
And
but
Harry, if you ever come to the U.S., I will save one for you. It'll be a lot cheaper.
Oh, Daryl reminded me. Okay, thank you, Daryl. So this past Sunday night, there was a big Among Us game, and
Yes.
I saw many clips from it. And it looked like a lot of fun. And Seth has invited pretty much anybody, you know, in the space community that wants to. And so
I was in there and I had no idea what I was doing because it was my first time playing it.
and that'll be me this Sunday. So I think you know any of us that can, I'm pretty sure we're invited. I think even old John Krause is going to be there. John, Mr. Krause.
Oh, getting big time now.
And yeah, he messaged me today, interested in. He was trying to get together some people to play Among Us, and I was like, well, I can't tonight, but Sunday night, what do you say? And he said he was down for it. So, we were talking about possibly streaming it here. I think if Seth is okay with it, and if Seth is gonna stream it anyway on Ruds, I would say if you want to watch this stream, watch Ruds, and that is where it will be streaming. In fact, I will help you by going straight to that Ruds account on
Seth,
YouTube.
how many people can play Among Us at one time? I will wait for your message.
There we go. Rapid unscheduled discussions. That
10. 10's the max? Dang.
10 is the max.
Wow,
So-
the stream has less lag than I thought. That didn't take very long to get that answer.
Well, sometimes I forget to hit the low latency button.
Oh.
And today I did not forget to hit the low latency button. Yeah, so, well, as you can see, the stream from last week's is up here. And so I think we'll probably just let Ruds be the place to stream it. That way we're not competing.
Seth said also he'll be doing it on his Twitch.
Oh, on your Twitch?
And Daryl can stream it on Ruds, maybe.
Okay, well,
if he's not still running
everything I'm saying right now.
Oh, wait, he's gonna be in town.
Maybe we will stream it on Pressing for Flight. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, just watch Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Pressing for. That's a number 4 Flight. You already know the name of the show. You're listening to it right now. All right. Anything else? Like and subscribe. Thank you everybody for being there in chat. Klebby, Seth, Daryl, Stephanie, Paul. Ed, I remember, was there. Anybody? Yeah, I think that's it. Everybody that spoke up. And all you lurkers, I don't mind you lurking. That's all good. I'm a lurker in a lot of ways, too. and many, yeah, like on Reddit and stuff, I never comment, hardly. All right, well, that's it. Play us out.
Shutdown sequence initiated. Shutting down.